G'day everybody, welcome to another edition of Australian Paddock. Today I'm going to take you through making verjuice from our very small batch of grapes that we've got on our vines. Got our equipment set up on the trestle table behind me. It's not quite a nice day, so let's go down to the vineyard and let's pick some grapes. So we're just picking the bunches of grapes. Here's a lovely big bunch, and you can see that there's some red and some green grapes in there, which is going to be perfect for our verjuice. And we're just going to pick all of our bunches of grapes from across the vineyard. Okay, well, we've got ourselves a bucket of grapes. Let's go and make some verjuice. So here we are weighing our bucket of grapes. We've got 7.2 kilograms. The bucket weighed 1.1 kilograms, which gives us 6.1 kilos of grapes to begin this process. So the first step is to destem the grapes, and all we need to do is just tear them off into our large plastic bucket, one bunch after the other, and we'll discard the stems, which can be composted later on. Okay, so here's our nicely destemmed bucket of grapes, and here are our stems, and they weigh, let's call it 400 grams. So our 6.1 kilos of grapes with stems and everything is yielding us 5.7 kilos. Now, the quick bit, which is to run them through the muley, which is over here, and we're going to crush the grapes and try and get most of the skins off. So here's our muley set up. We have the coarsest plate available to us inside the muley, and now we're going to start putting some grapes in. Some are going in, some are going on the bench. And let's see if we can't get some grape juice out of this. So that's working nicely. Beautiful pink grape juice. The trick here is to do it as quickly as possible because it will oxidise and turn brown. We'll see how we go. So we're getting near the end of our bucket. Here's our muley, which we're still going, and we've been gradually filling up this Pyrex container and transferring it across our 5.7 litre saucepan over here, just as a separate receptacle. Then what we're doing over here is we're squeezing the grapes that have come out of the muley and just trying to extract a little bit extra juice out of them. Get another couple of 100 ml, maybe 300 ml additional juice, and then this of course will go into the compost. And you can see the beautiful mess that we've made everywhere. That's why we're actually outside today, and we're making a mess all over the place.
And there's spiders. And
there's also spiders everywhere. We've taken some big ones out and some small ones out. I don't know where they've gone now.
On the grass.
Let's finish this job and then we'll move on to the second stage. So what we're going to do now is we're going to try and filter this. We're going to go through 3 stages. We're going to filter our juice, which contains a lot of seeds, through our fine sieve. Then we're going to sieve through muslin. Then we're going to pass our must, if you like, through the muslin as well and extract any extra stuff. So let's just start by pouring some of this into this. This should take out quite a few of the seeds, which it is, going quite well there, and leave us with a fairly nice grape juice. So we're just going to try and squeeze some of this must through a double layer of muslin, just see what else we can get out. Let's just see what happens. Do a nice sort of tight ball and twist it up. Yeah, still plenty of juice to come out there. So far we've extracted about 3.5 litres So from approximately 6 kilos of grapes, we've got approximately 3.5 litres of verjuice. We'll just keep doing this until we're finished. Over here is our muslin filtered juice, and the next step will be to put this in the refrigerator and chill it down, which will precipitate proteins. They'll sink to the bottom and we'll end up with a more clarified solution at the end of it. So here's our final grape juice yield. We ended up with 3.9 litres, which if you take it out of the 6.1 litres of grapes, we're looking at around a sort of a 60% yield, which is not that far off what you get for wine. So we've got good grape yield, good juice yield from our grapes. So our next step is we'll put this in the fridge and we'll see if we can't precipitate out the cloudiness. So the final step will be to add some metabisulfite. Dissolve 1/4 teaspoon in 50 mils, and then from this step what we're going to do is we're going to add 10 mils of this for a final concentration of 50 parts per million. So here we are with our 4 bottles of verjuice. We've already started using some of it and doing some cooking. It's been really nice. Now you can probably see this is the actual clear bottle. This is what it looks like from our Sangiovese. There's quite a bit of sediment in the bottom here and some floating in here. It's quite light, it's not very compacted. And the sediment does have the problem of increasing the rate of oxidation of the verjuice. This will go brown over time. So we do have an option of potentially filtering this out. I thought I'd have a go at running it through a coffee filter. Given that it's mostly clear, hopefully most of it will go through. If it doesn't, it's not a big drama. You still cook with it. So let's have a go at that. So I'm going to try and filter this, and this should just hopefully just pour through fairly easily. And here it comes. I'm hoping it will just decant really off the sediment. I don't want to disturb the sediment. I don't really want to oxygenate this either. That will also increase the oxidation and the turning brown of the verjuice. It's flowing through at a fairly quick rate. As soon as I put the rest of the bottle in with the sediment, it will block up the filter and slow down the dripping dramatically. So I want to get as much off as possible before I do that. And if I lose a little bit in the process, that's probably better than having it oxidise. So the filter is nearly empty. I'm just going to try and decant a little bit more. Okay, here comes the sediment. Just a little bit of sediment at a time. I'll see if I can get as much off without getting too much sediment in there. And here it comes. So I'm just going to pour it in. You see if there it all goes. Now this may block up the filter, and it has. It's pretty much blocked it up. So what I'll do is I'll let that sit there though, and I will just let it drip through slowly. Okay, so I filtered this through the coffee filter. There was a certain amount left behind that wasn't going to go through the filter, which is what I expected. So I've thrown away maybe 20 or 30 mils. So you need just enough for that little part of the bottle. So there's plenty more where this came from, so I'm not worried about that. The main thing is it's nice and clear, and because it's now been filtered, it should not oxidise as quickly, but it will oxidise and turn brown. So I hope you like this video. Now, if you're not sure where to go to actually find good recipes for verjuice, the #1 place, at least here in Australia, would be to go and ask Maggie Beer. So it's Maggie, B-E-E-R, Maggie Beer, and Verjuice, so V-E-R-J-U-I-C-E. Type that into Google and you'll find some really fantastic recipes for verjuice. And a nice simple one is mushrooms in a frying pan with butter and verjuice and lots of fresh herbs on top. That's a beautiful way to introduce yourself to the fantastic flavour of verjuice and what it can do to a dish. Hope you liked my video. Please leave any comments or suggestions below as per normal. And if you like my video, please click the like button, and I also would ask you to subscribe to my channel if you would like to see more videos like this one. I'll see you next time.